You're tuned in to Floridian Rollo, and I'm your host, Floridian Rollo, and I'm coming at you with another live stream. As you enter into the chat, make sure you double tap the light screen. We're going to have a conversation. Stay winning while they wasting time. Stay winning while they're wasting time. That's right. Salute to the mods, salute to those that are members and those in the chat. I see Forever Studio in the building. Big shout out to Ringo and Brainwaves, of course. Forever Studio, he has a channel platform. Check out his channel too. Let's get right to it. A lot of you are wasting time because you don't want to win. You cannot have no conversation with me if you're not winning. If you're not putting no effort to win, figure things out on the fly, there's no conversation. I'm not having conversations just with anybody. I only have conversations with people here and there that wants to win. That's it. You cannot try to get in my Instagram and try to get in my Facebook. If you find it, you cannot get in those avenues. No. You're not winning. You're being nosy. There's people that's being nosy trying to figure out how I'm winning. No. I have to figure things out to win. You have to do the same thing. And a lot of you are wasting time with people that don't want to win. I don't waste time with people that don't want to win. I cut them off. I don't have no dealings with them. I'm very disciplined when it comes to winning and figuring things out. I'm very disciplined. I don't got time for nonsense and foolishness. This is a business at the end of the day. What I do on YouTube is a business, and I take it very serious. You got a lot of folks upset with me because I'm focusing on the task at hand, and I don't got time to waste. Like Nino Brown says, time wasters. It's a lot of people wasting your time. I don't waste time at the site. I don't waste time at the gig. I don't got time for time wasters. If you're not trying to make improvements to do better, we should not even have a discussion. You're not going to draw me back to what I used to do. That's what I used to do. I'm not that person no more. I want better things in life, and I want to be productive for my future generation, should I have a future generation. Or leave something to the world to remember me by so that they could do better than I did. That's what it's all about. You should want to do better. You should not want to be stagnant. You get on a gig, or you do the 9 to 5, or you get on these apps and make it happen. Figure it out as you do what you got to do. Stay winning while they wasting time. All you go-getters out there, stay winning. Let them waste their time away. Let them continue to waste their time away because they want you to waste your time away. That's the only reason why a lot of people waste time watching you, won't support you. They'll waste their time watching you. They won't support what you're doing. Yet they got time to waste to tell you what you're not doing because they're not doing it themselves. Can I get a witness to that? They're telling you what you're not doing and they're not doing it themselves. How can you tell somebody else what to do when they're doing it and they receipts shown? They put in the hard work. You don't know what these people go through. You don't know what they did to get there. They didn't fussy flying around it. They didn't frown and make excuses. They figure it out. You got to respect people that's winning. Even if you disagree with certain things they do and they say, that doesn't neglect the fact you got to respect the winning. You got to respect the hustle. And that's the reason why a lot of you are going to stay in the bottom and you're going to waste your time away. You're going to waste your life away to nobodies. Stop wasting your time with nobodies. Why are you communicating with nobodies? You could learn from people that's winning. Ask them, and you shall receive. Don't be a person that takes from the person and not, make sure they good. Come on now. Stay winning while they wasting time. Let them think you ain't got nothing going on. Let them assume. They could say whatever they want to say about me, whatever they want to say, because I know that's not me. I'm not wasting no time with nobodies. They come in the chat with the nonsense, they being blocked. I'm not entertaining these people. They're a waste of space. They're a waste of time. They should go and take care of their business. While they crying, you got a bunch of men crying about food stamps, SNAP benefits, crying, sniffing around women 24/7, yet got nothing to show for himself. People wasting time coming over here. Wasting their time. My male stalkers is coming over here right now. Let me get these male stalkers out of here. I got a male stalker that got multiple accounts. I don't got time for losers. I don't got time for those who ain't trying to do nothing with their life. Get up and win. To the winners, let them waste their time. Don't give yourself to these time wasters, as Nino Brown said. They wasting your time. They don't want to do better. They don't want to be productive. Let them be on their way out to planet hell if that's what they want to do. If that's what they choose to do. While these people are wasting time, you at the grind at the site, you're doing something off the site to make more money. That's what it matters. That's what matters. While you're taking care, if you got a family, if you got a kid, whatever the case may be, that's the bonus of you taking care of your responsibility while you're doing what you got to do. These people don't want to see a change for the better. They hate winners. They hate grinders because they've been a loser all their life. You see them at the site. You see them out and about. You got people crashing out, losing their mind out here. You know why? Because they never did nothing with their life. Those who've been working, going through the process, going through the better change, they're going to make it happen. They're not going to wait on the next man. They're not going to beg the next man or the next woman. They're going to continue to win, to continue to grind, to continue to figure it out. They're not going to wait on nobody to do something for them. They know they could do it themselves. Continue to win. Let them be mad at your success. Let them be mad you figure out, okay, I've done this hourly job. Now I'm doing something salary-wise. Now I'm doing something for myself. I'm figuring out how to make money here and there until it gets going. They upset. They mad. And so what they're going to do, they're going to come in and chat with the nonsense. I'm not entertaining y'all. You're a waste of space. You're a waste of time. You have nothing going on in your life. You cannot even get people to do better. You're not productive. You're a time waster. And fellas, don't let no man, no woman, ladies, don't let no woman, no man waste your time. Continue to win. Continue to grind. Continue to win. People respect that. In the long haul, it's all about respect. Respect yourself to do better. Even your haters are going to have to respect it because you're not entertaining them. They mad you winning. They stressed out. They starving because they put it upon themselves to starve. While you eating, they continue to starve. That's even in the scripture where the Most High said they will starve and you will eat. His people will be taken care of because you're moving correctly. You're not making excuses. They mad. They stressed out. They want to crash out on you. They stressed out that you're winning. They can't believe that you winning and you figuring things out. Stressed out. They're stressed out. All right, let's get to some content. Brainwaves Talking Point. Let's get to it right now. Let's get to some content here. Let's get to it. I'm trying to find the video right now. Da, 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 da. And where's that? Let's get to it. Let's see if I can find it. Hold on 1 second. I'm looking for it right now. Let's see if I find it. Hold on a second, y'all. All right, here we go.
Hey everybody, welcome back. I hope you're having an amazing week. I'm going to start today's video with a question, an observation, if you will. I want you to think about recently, all the job layoffs, everything, I know, depressing thought. All the tech layoffs, the government layoffs that are now about to happen. And yet, not just social media, but all the way across the board, we seem to get inundated by people who seem to have money coming out of their ears pretty much. They seem to have super nice homes.
This person is bitter and jealous. This person is bitter and jealous. They wasted all their life not trying to do better. This is a bitter dude. This is a bitter dude that has a vehicle, probably his woman's vehicle, by the way. More likely, she got him a vehicle. He didn't get the vehicle on his own. And he's saying that everybody that's successful faked it till they make it. That's not true. Some people have talent, and some people love what a person say or like what a person say or into what a person say, and they support the work. You don't have the cognizance to get those people to support you. You mad at those who really getting into the bag, getting successful. Instead of you learning something from them and taking upon yourself to respect the hustle, you're not a hustle dude. And these ladies be falling for guys like this. These ladies be falling for guys like this. It be so-called black men that's like this. This happens to be a quote-unquote white guy who is jealous of other white guys and black men who are very successful. and got it out of the mud. They didn't cry. They didn't make woe is me. They didn't make no excuses. They figure it out. Women will go for guys like this, thinking that he got everything together. He don't even got his mind right. He jealous. He's bitter. He hates to see other men win. Just like how Ringo's calling out the other dude. This guy right here, he could be a manager. He could be a supervisor. He could be an accountant. And he's jealous of those who is doing better than him because he don't want to flip the bill and put more effort into what he say he love to do. These guys want to fake it till they make it. He's projecting. Let's continue.
Sports cars, even in some cases. And money to burn on clothes and things of that nature, where it seems almost unlikely, if not impossible. You start to look at them and you start to wonder, how in the world? Well, I want to introduce you to a term I've heard thrown around out there quite a bit called luxury poverty.
The only ones that's in luxury poverty is the demons, the warlocks, and witches. They're in luxury poverty. They're the ones who's in luxury poverty, not the ones who's getting it through the mud, getting it correctly. They're not struggling. They don't have a struggling face. They don't have this stressful face. They go through things just like I go through things, yet you don't see it in my face because I understand the mission. Y'all want it handed to y'all. You don't want to plow your hands to get something going. Let's go.
Luxury poverty being the new sort of standard that's out there where 99.999% of especially Americans that are exuding this sort of opulence are creating a front to make it appear as if they are far wealthier than they actually are.
I smell jealousy.
And doing some of the number
I'm smelling jealousy.
Crunching and everything, I've begun to see the pattern that had shifted over the years, and follow with me if you will. Remember back into the 1990s, the early 2000s, when you might have been able to buy a home in some parts of the country for a nice home too, 150K. You might be able to get a used car, have it paid off, drive that thing around for a period of time, and the higher priced ticket items were the TVs, the game systems, some of the trips that you would buy and pay for. Your basic necessities and things that you needed to live weren't nearly as priced out as all the extras were. Now fast forward to today, where everything that's a basic necessity is now hyper expensive.
Look, I don't want to hear about what's hyper expensive. I've been noticing a lot of men, more so than women, a lot of men been using that word, and I do not like that word, expensive, because you asking yourself, you put it in a pen, and you self not get an opportunity to get the things you want. I don't like that word, expensive. It's just annoying to hear it. When you get to it, you'll get to it. In the meantime, focus on what you got in front of you to make it better so you can get to that point. I can't stand that word. That's like a deity, entity type word. I know some of us use it here and there. You may see it in the chat. We may use it as a title, for people to look into the video and, oh, this is expensive. That's out of my league. You're telling yourself you're not worthy of getting those things. No, you want to steal from people. You want to steal for those who work hard for it. I can't stand folks by using that word. That irritates me.
Prices have skyrocketed way out of reach. There are places not far from me that used to have homes that were 150K that are now over $1 million.
You can't expect expect things to stay the same. That's the problem with people. You cannot expect things to stay the same. Things have to adjust. We're in a different time. We're not in those times no more. Times has changed, and you have to learn how to adjust and adapt. That's the problem with many men. Is a lot of men don't want to adapt. You have to adapt. Nothing stays the same. How can we expect to know about ourselves and know about people if we don't adapt and change and do better? Unbelievable. Let's go.
In that same area. It's not because the value of the home has gone up. It's not because the value of the vehicles have gone up. But we've done this strange sort of switchover that I think is very intentional, to where people no longer actually have money. They spend.
That's a lie. People have money. That is a lie. In this day of time, sir, 2025, there's a lot of money to be made than it was in the 90s and early 2000s. There's more opportunities. People just don't want to put the time and effort. They want to stay wasted time doing foolishness. That's what's going on with most of these people in America. They love to waste time. They don't want to win. Tell the truth. You're projecting at this point. You're projecting. There's a lot of men projecting on the internet. They're projecting on other YouTubers, other content creators as we speak, because they don't want to win. Winning pisses them off. It makes them feel, instead of doing it, they want you not to have it. They want a destiny swap. I wouldn't be surprised if he destiny swap. Would not be surprised if he destiny swap with people. He looks like one of those characters.
And all of their time presenting a false front of looking opulent, looking affluent.
Jealousy.
And they actually have nothing.
Jealousy.
I think that this is a
If they didn't have nothing, why are you talking about it? If they didn't have nothing going on in their life, why are you talking about it? Because you want to have what they have. Just tell the truth. You don't want to work for yours. Let's go.
Deliberate thing to try to entrap the rest of us that are looking at all of this almost like it's a form of a psyop, if you will, to trying to get us to spend money that we shouldn't be spending.
No. You're talking this poor poverty mindset. You're the one who's in a poverty mindset. People that figure out ways to make money the correct way. If they're not making it correctly, they got to deal with the consequences. Whatever we do comes with consequences. The problem with you is that you're mad that people pass you by because you didn't want to do it. You can't get mad at those who's doing better than you. You're supposed to salute them. Salute them like, hey, you're doing your thing. How can I learn from you? What I need to do to take the necessary steps to get to that point where I can make things happen, instead of crying and complaining. A lot of you dudes is passing time. You can't get on the women. We know the women got their ways with them. A lot of you dudes is passing time. Instead of learning how to create, making money, you creating sad stories or 24/7. It's ridiculous.
Why I try to encourage everybody on this channel to just keep your head low.
No, you don't. 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 You don't encourage them to keep their head low. You want to see us be low. You want to see us at the bottom so that you could be at the top, not putting in any effort.
Get as much out of debt as you possibly can. Stack cash where you possibly, the best places that you possibly can. Try to find a way to start some form of a business or something to where you're not entirely reliant on one stream of income.
Now you're using my talking point. You're using my talking point. That's my talking point. I talk about having different amount of income. Don't depend on the 9 to 5. have something outside of 9 to 5. That's why I tell the guys, hey, look, you're doing your thing on the 9 to 5. You can make this amount of money if you take time off your day to do it. That's up to the guys. That's up to the women. I can't tell people what to do. I say there's ways to make money. If you ain't making $1, you ain't making sense to me. You don't want to make $1. There's no sense of having a conversation. Real talk.
Plan your exit from your job just in case, because nowadays that is important more than ever. But I'm wondering how many of you have noticed this, that it gets pushed in your face even if you don't encounter people like this, but on social media every time you turn around. Luxury poverty is being pushed into your face.
They don't. That's jealousy. You're jealous of content creators that's doing very well. There's content creators that's doing very, very well, and there's content creators that's getting ready to do very, very well. They got issues too. They got stuff going on in their life. They don't explain that on the internet. That's between them and their household. The problem with you is that you think everybody on the internet is luxury poverty. No, you wish you had the luxury they had. You are a hater. You a hater. You probably one of those trolls that come in my chat under incognito. Just like other male stalkers. Not everybody on the. There's people on the internet that's doing very well. There's people that's doing okay on the internet. The point is they're doing something. And you on here too complaining instead of getting better with yourself. How can you tell people to get better and you don't want to get better for yourself?
And I will tell you this as somebody who has not just done my own investing in the past, but I've worked doing contract work with people and with investors that will tell you flat out, the people that are flashing it all, especially even back in the day, were absolutely the ones that didn't have any money. And we've also got another disturbing trend on top of all of this, where there are young women online advising other young women to chase after that false front as something that they should be aspiring to try and lock down, a guy that's putting forth some sort of a, luxury poverty front.
To those women that's doing that, that's only silly women falling for that. Woman got a brain, it's going to pick a guy that's on point, that has longevity, that knows what it takes to get to the next step, not complaining, figuring things out. Have that conversation with his significant other from time to time and figure it out. And she's doing her part, he's doing his part. And once things get figured out, it's going to be sky's the limit. So those women that's listening to those type of women, they all miserable. You're not going to get out of this. Just because you say something we already know doesn't mean that you don't want to do it yourself. You projecting at this point. You want to stir people into your direction so that you could get sympathy. We're not going to give you no sympathy. We don't have time to waste to make excuses. We got to win. And we can't wait on nobody for us to win. We got to do it ourselves. And we're going to get around those who's winning. And once we get around those who's winning and we do what we're supposed to do, then everything's going to grow from there. Let's go.
So that it looks like they're hitting the jackpot when they get involved with this individual, which is the irony of things is their approach, the young women's approach, is completely false, dishonest, and then they get...
You wish you had those women coming to you. If they want to go to the narrative of foolishness, that's on them. I don't need those women in my life. See, you want to chase those women that don't give you a time of day, and you can't afford to take care of those type of women. You telling on yourself. You want that baddie, don't you? You want that big baddie. You want that woman every other man have, and you don't even have what it takes to get her to give you attention. And you're not even ready for those type of women. I dealt with those type of women. I dealt with all types of women. I dealt with women that was money hungry all day, every day, to women that was doing spells, to now I don't deal with that no more. There's maybe a few far between that was good. It's just that they wanted to control me. If it's not one of those two, they wanted to control me. So you look like you that type of dude. You want a woman to control you and have you do whatever she tell you to do. That's what you was raised around. Let's continue.
Mad at the young man's approach, which was also completely false and dishonest, when the con artistry kind of cancels itself out on both ends.
You wish you was a con artist because you're manipulative. You're manipulative too. You is a warlock. You is one of those hierarchy warlocks.
Ironic, but very interesting to see. How many of you are noticing that this gets even pushed even more? Like products are being shoved at you that you do not need. And I, to the point of, other than certain film things or promotional things that I'll put up online, I just avoid even surfing on Facebook, Instagram, or anything like that, because
he lying. You spend more time figuring out what people are saying, what people are doing, than you doing it for yourself. Stop lying.
I've become aware over time just how honed in psychologically they are to try and push our buttons, to try and get us to buy things or get entrapped in things that we absolutely do not need.
Nobody could force you to do something you don't want to do. That's like me spending $1,000 on something I don't need and I buy it and I get upset with everybody because I spend $1,000. No, if you see certain things you don't want it, you don't have to get it. Somebody else is going to get it. You're going to get mad they got it because you want to get it. You tell it on yourself, man. It's so easy to see through you.
That you got everything you pretty much need right at your fingertips, probably already, but they've got to try and sell you something like that. I recently watched basically an expose talking about Amazon and Walmart and a bunch of other companies that constantly push and ship just all kinds of junk all over the world, to the point to where they have to be constantly tricking you into buying things you don't need.
That means you have you got that stronghold you're not telling your audience. You got a serious stronghold you need to work on. Stop blaming everybody that could, make things happen and do what they do because they believe in themselves to get back what they spend. You don't have that confidence into you. You pinching your pennies. We call it pinching your pennies. I got to pinch my pennies because I don't know if I'm going to get the money again. You don't believe in yourself. That's a you problem.
Their entire industry is built on it. All the fake stuff that they put out there about caring about the environment, which is completely and utterly ridiculous with the mountains of plastic that they're putting out there.
Notice this is an Ibarasi dude. This is an Ibarasi dude. Ibarasi dude complaining. Let's go.
The biggest hypocrites on the planet. But it's just amazing to me. We've got an entire economy wrapped around consumer spending of tricking you into buying things that you don't need so that super elite people can make lots of money off of you.
Now he's talking about the super elite people can make money off of you. Oh my goodness. The boogeyman is taking everything from us. This is crazy. Let's go.
So I'm wondering how many of you are really doing your best to unplug from this. How many of you are pulling aside, stacking your cash, making backup plans, making escape plans from your job? The best thing you can possibly ever do for yourself. Invest in yourself by making an escape plan from your current job, because they probably, with the way the market is right now, be prepared. Live quietly, live frugally, stack your cash as much as possible, and be very careful on what you're spending it on.
No, you have to be very careful of what you're spending it on. You can't tell everybody else what to do with their money if you're not doing it yourself.
In many ways, we'll be hitting the elites right where it hurts, right in the wallet. It takes time. It takes time. I realize that a few small pockets of people here and there trying to push back this way is not necessarily going to change anything. It's only going to really protect us in the end. But as always, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this, where you stand, what your current journey is with this. And make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. All of that helps the algorithm. If you're able to hype the video, I know that's a new feature. I'm always appreciative of that.
So then why are you asking people to like the video, share the video, if the money is fake on the internet? Why are you telling people to like the video, share the video, if the money is fake on the internet? And you got other content creators saying the money is fake on the internet. The world is fake on the internet, yet they on the internet themselves. I told you, man. I tell you guys and ladies, you can't make this up. All right. So that's pretty much about that. Y'all. So, hey, I appreciate y'all for tuning in to the show. This is a quick video. Shout out to Forever Studio for being in the building. I know Big Bro Ringo's still on. Let's see what he's talking about real quick. He's talking. Let's see what he's talking about real quick. All right, let's go.
To be a content creator, you're able to have online businesses. You're able to get into telemarketing. There's so many opportunities for you, even if you're disabled. I don't want to hear no more excuses, man.
Right.
I'm tired of these excuses.
Right.
Somebody says you're evil. I'm evil for telling people to work? Bro, this is crazy.
All right, so that's pretty much about that. You already know what time it is. I'm going to holler at y'all on the next one. Let me see what this person is saying. You never ask somebody for money to invest. You got to learn how to put money to the side and invest in yourself for people to invest in you. That's the issue. How you expect someone to invest in you? For one, the person don't know you. You have to invest in yourself for people to invest in you. Okay? Learn how to put money to the side correctly. You may have to cut down a few things, put money to the side, put that $1,200 and invest in yourself. And then when people see you invest in yourself, people will eventually invest in you. Ain't gonna be no handouts. Them days are over. Now, normally I do not ask questions without a super chat. Those type of questions are super chat. However, I did it because I seen the comment. I said, all right, I'll talk about it. That's how you go about it. Invest in yourself if you want people to invest in you. You have to put in the work. Ain't no handouts. The handout days are over. Over. And shout out to those who do support the platform. Shout out to those who do support the platform, whether it be PayPal, whether it be Venmo, whether it be Super Chat, Super Sticker, Super Thanks, hit the Cash App when they can. You're making excuses. I don't want to hear the excuses. If you got a family, you should learn to invest. I don't know your scenario. I don't know your situation. You learn to invest. Stop making excuses. You're worrying about what other people is doing instead of doing it for yourself. If you got a family, if you're saying you got a family, which I don't know if you are, that's what you're saying in the chat. You should be motivated to make sure your family good. What's the excuse? Find another side hustle. If you're in the South, you could mow the lawn, cut grass, leaves. If you got a truck, you could get pilots. You know what I'm saying? Go around different places. If you're in the South, especially if you're in the South, there's so much money to make in this. Oh my goodness. There's so much space. What's the excuse? You might be in this. I don't know if you're in the South or the North State. I don't know. If you're in the North State, get your side. Do Uber, do Lyft. What's the excuse? Make side hustle money. There's so much transportation business opportunities. No. See, I'm starting to think you one of my haters now. I'm not going to pay you no more attention. I'm thinking you one of my haters that came in with this troll account. Now I'm starting to think you one of my haters because now you asking stupid questions now. This is one of my haters. This is one of the entities and deities. Because you coming in here with the nonsense, you don't want to do better. You wasting my time. I'm not conversating with you. Listen, let me get on out of here. I appreciate those who's tuning into the show. Brian Roy, teacher.